Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a 12 by 12 layout here to share with you for the scrapbooknerd.com online shop. And I'm going to start off by applying some of this really gorgeous Vicki Boutin gold glaze to some white cardstock. I'm going to just use a palette knife here, and I'm going to create a spot for my 4x6 photo to sit. So you'll just see me grabbing that photograph and making sure that I'm making this glaze mat excuse me, large enough so that my entire photograph is going to have a home on this glaze. Now I'm also going to take some of the Vicki Boutin gold glitter, and this isn't the finest glitter, but it's not the chunkiest glitter either. It's kind of like the medium one. And I'm going to just put a little bit on the areas around the sort of the perimeter of this base. I didn't want to waste any of it and put it in the center where it's not going to show anyways. I'm going to take 3 different colors of mist. 2 are color shine and 1 is a shimmers. And I'm going to use a green and a gold and a pink here because I'm going to be using the Simple Stories Beautiful collection to embellish this layout. So the colors from that collection are kind of a really pale green, a pale pink, and then there's gold accents. So I felt like that was perfect for this specific layout that I'm going to be working on and sharing with you here today. So you can see that I've just tapped out some of that mist by taking the top off and tapping out some splatters in those 2 different colors so far. And I don't think I did the green or the pink yet, so I'm just going to do the pink now. I was just kind of holding it up against one of the die cuts from the beautiful collection to make sure that it's not too bright, and I don't end up putting a ton of this on here anyway, so you can just kind of barely see a little hint of pink, and I really like that. I didn't want it to be too dominant or too bright. I just wanted a little subtle bit of pink there. Now I have placed a little bit of glue or tape on my tape runner on the back of my photograph, and I stuck it down on this really pretty green glitter paper from the beautiful collection. Now I'm just going to size that down a little bit so that there's just a little bit of a border of that green poking out around the white border of my photograph, and you'll see me just trimming that out here a little bit with my tonic trimmer. And now I'm putting that back down on that gold area just to see how that's going to look. And I like how that looks. I am going to end up matting my photograph on another piece of paper as well. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of taking a look and deciding if I want to put a frame around the entire layout. So I'm just taking a look back at some of the papers from the beautiful collection and just checking it out. And I do end up deciding to use that first one, this one here with the black and the fine floral on it. And I'm going to just take that branding strip off of there, and then I will gut this paper, take the center part out, and use that as a frame. So I am going to take more of this white base off on the top and on the one side because I want to put the title for my layout on the bottom, and so I didn't want to take too much off the top of the layout here. So I'm just going to size it down about 1/2 inch on 2 different sides, and then that will just give enough of a border for that black and white or that black and cream floral paper to just poke out around the edges of that. And I like how that looks. I think that is going to really pop, and there's going to be a little bit of black in the layout as well, and you'll see me just add some pops of black here and there as I go through the process. So this is a really gorgeous cut file. That's a free cut file in the shop. So if you go over to the scrapbooknerd.com shop, and on the side there's a menu of all of the different products, and one of them is free downloads, and if you click on that, it'll take you to where there's some free cut files in the shop, and this is a really gorgeous one. I like using a title that's a cut file. I think it just has a really dramatic impact on a layout, and I'm going to just back this cut file with some of the different pattern papers from the beautiful collection, and I'm just going to bring in the greens again and the black and the pink as I'm backing that. So you can see that I've just taken my fine line bottle. I'm going to add a little bit of glue onto the back of the cut file. I'll stick that down, and then I'll just cut around it and it's actually it goes pretty fast. This is a paper from the 6x8 paper pad, this polka dot paper. And it's really, really love it because it's kind of got sort of a distressed look to it. And I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but there's a little bit of kind of like a text or distressing in the background where the cream is. Now I've also taken that same cut file and I cut it out of a gold foil paper that I had in my stash that's the same tone of gold as that gold glaze. And I think this was maybe an older Fancy Pants collection that this gold foil comes from. At any rate, what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of liquid adhesive on the outline of these letters where the white outline already is. And then I'll just stick that gold foil outline onto that. And it will just make that title pop a little bit more off of the layout and complement that gold glaze that I have on the layout already. So I'm going to take a little bit of craft foam and adhere that to the back of my photograph, and then I'll just take some liquid adhesive and stick that down onto that glaze. The glaze is going to be difficult to have things stick to, so it'll be important to use a liquid adhesive that will bond to that on top. So that's why I've used that liquid adhesive on the back of that craft foam. Now I'm going to take just some of the die cuts from the beautiful collection, which are absolutely gorgeous. The floral pieces in this collection are just stunning. And I'm going to add those onto the layout here and there. You'll see me embellish with those. And then the journaling that I do is a quote from Alfred Lord Tennyson. And I just really love it. I think it's cool, and I like how it works in with the floral pieces here as well. So you'll see that as I finish up here, and as I continue, I'll show you how that all works together. So there's my title piece. I've popped that up on some foam using some foam adhesive. And I just wanted to bring that up a little bit. I'm going to take some more of those floral bits and I'm going to add those here and there. Like I said, one of those will go to the left of my title piece there, Hello Autumn. And now I'm just kind of going through all of the other embellishments from the collection, which are numerous, and they are all in the shop, which is fantastic. So you can get, so with the collection pack, you get the sticker sheet, which has a ton of things on it. And you also can get the cardstock stickers and some acetate stickers and so on and so forth. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes along with this collection. And I'm going to use, like I said, little bits and pieces here and there, including this little chipboard heart. And I love these little feathers. I think they're so cute. I don't really know necessarily if they go along with the layout as far as the theme is concerned, but I really didn't care. I just love the feathers. I think they're so pretty, and they're pretty small and delicate, and some of them have gold foil on them, which was perfect. So you'll just see me adding the embellishments here as I go. Now what I did was I went on to, I can't remember, I think it was Pinterest, or maybe I just did a Google search of some quotes and some poetry that I wanted to include. And that's where I found the Tennyson piece that you'll see me use here. And all I did was I just printed it on a piece of photo paper on my printer. And then I just used an oval punch to cut that out. So you'll just see me putting that down there, and I'm going to just do a little bit of embellishing around that. So the quote says, "If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk in my garden forever." And I love that. I thought it was perfect for this photograph. They're outside. It's fall, which is the Hello Autumn idea for the title, and the garden theme, I guess, as well, and the florals. It all kind of works together. So I really like that. I like how this layout came together, guys, and there are so many fantastic products over at scrapbooknerd.com. I am going to leave a link in the description box below to the online shop. You can check it out if you haven't already. I love creating with mixed media. It's something that I do really enjoy. I don't do it on every layout, but I like to explore with it a little bit and try some different things out and do something a little bit different once in a while. So that's what I was doing here. I had fun with it, and I love this collection. It was so much fun to work with, and the colors are so pretty, and it's so soft and and beautiful and perfect for this layout. So just going to see me fishtailing that little sticker there on the end, and that will be it for my layout. So thanks so much guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you another time here. Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a 12 by 12 layout here to share with you for the scrapbooknerd.com online shop. And I'm going to start off by applying some of this really gorgeous Vicki Boutin gold glaze to some white cardstock. I'm going to just use a palette knife here, and I'm going to create a spot for my 4x6 photo to sit. So you'll just see me grabbing that photograph and making sure that I'm making this glaze mat excuse me, large enough so that my entire photograph is going to have a home on this glaze. Now I'm also going to take some of the Vicki Boutin gold glitter, and this